Okay, ready for number 10? Number 10, we are told that line M and N are parallel, and we are given the measures of some angles. We're asked to find this angle right here, angle Z. Well, the first thing I'd like to do is just create an auxiliary line right through this intersection. Oops. That is parallel to both M and N. Now we can label some more angles. This is 60. So this is 60, alternate interior angles. This is 55. So this is 55, alternate interior angles. Now we see that this entire angle is the sum of 55 and 60. Well, 55 plus 60 is 115 degrees. Answer choice B. All right, number 11. We're asked to find the average number of points Brooke scored per game for the entire basketball tournament. Well, the first thing we need to know is how many games. We will take the sum of the points she scored per game divided by the number of games. So there are 6 games. She scored 10 on the first game. Then she scored 14. Then she scored 8. The fourth game she scored 18. Then she scored 20. And then on the 6th game she scored 16. Alright, just take the sum, divide by 6. 10 and 14 is 24, 32, 50, 70, 86. That's a little less than 96, which would be an average of 16. So looks like E is the correct answer. A little more than 15 points per game. Alright, number 12. We need to raise some number to the negative 2/3 power and see if we get 1/36. Now let's look at the algebra method, and then we'll go back and do some guess and check with our calculator and see if we get the correct answer. Remember, we can raise both sides to a power. We'd like this to be equal to just x when we finish, so if we raise it to the negative 3/2 power, power to a power, we multiply. So we'll raise this side to the negative 3/2 power. And you can either type this into your calculator, or just remember that 1/2 power, the 2, means to take the square root. That's 1/6. Then we cube it. That's 1/216th. And then the negative tells us to do the reciprocal. So 216. Answer choice E. Okay, now if you didn't like that solution, we can just take the answer choices and substitute them in. Like we'll take the first answer choice, -6. So you can take -6. We can type this in our calculator. We can raise that to the negative 2/3 power and hit enter. And we will get about 0.3. Now this needs to be compared with the decimal equivalent for 1/36, which is 0.027 repeating. So no, the answer is not choice A. You can just go down and substitute them into your calculator and eliminate the bad answers. Alright, number 13, we are asked to solve for x, and I think there's a typo in one of the additions. It's supposed to be equal to 7 here. We could just cross multiply. Product of the means equals the product of the extremes. So what would we have? We'd have 14x times 1 equals 7 times the square root of 2x plus 2. You could divide both sides by 7 to simplify things a little bit. Then you could square both sides. Now when you square both sides, remember to square the 2 and the x. So that's really 4x squared. And that's 2x plus 2. You could divide both sides by 2 again if you like. And then we have a quadratic. What do we do when we have a quadratic? Set it equal to 0. And then we can either try to factor or use the quadratic formula. So we have 2x and x, 1 and 1. So x is either equal to negative 1/2 or x is equal to 1. And I think negative 1/2 is an answer choice that they are, no, negative 1 is, no, 1.